Hello there, Algebra 1A, and welcome to Lesson 3.8, Rewriting Equations and Formulas. Today's goal, rewrite equations in function form and rewrite formulas, okay? So some of the things we're talking about today, function form and literal equations. Basically, the goal with these, we'll jump into the example here, is to rewrite equations in function form. So a function form, that's basically in the form of y equals I equals, there's just one letter on the right. So a single letter or variable on the left-hand side. There could be a whole bunch of other stuff on the other side, but that's the function form. A literal equation, we're going to look at a few of those. Things like interest. So I is equal to PRT. We'll talk about that one. We already dealt with distance formula. So distance equals rate times time. And there's a few others, okay? So let's check out rewriting an equation in function form. So what we are doing essentially is solving for y. So I'm going to highlight this y in red, and that's what we want to get by itself. We want to solve for the y. So we need to get it by itself, get it isolated. Okay, so you're kind of imagining what you would have to do to get to that step. The first step, thinking about if you had to solve just any other equation, is we're always going to add or subtract away first. So add or subtract first. So we're going to subtract away the 2x. Minus 2x and minus 2x. That has nothing to do with the 10. So notice how we'll actually write this. It's going to be negative 2x plus 10. Okay, there's 10 is positive. So they don't combine. They just stay separate. The next step then is to divide any coefficients. Divide or multiply by the reciprocal. In this case, we have a 2 in front of the y, and we need to divide that away. So we're going to divide everything by 2. So first we subtracted 2x, and then we're dividing everything by 2. So that means that y is equal to negative x, because 2 divided by 2, plus 5. And that's our little equation, negative x plus 5. Okay, and it is then in function form, which is y equals. To solve a literal equation, so for a different variable, this time we're solving for a. So highlighting the letter we need to get by itself, a, we need to simply subtract the by over. Okay, your answers are going to look a little funky, but that's exactly what it is. Just a is equal to c minus by. Okay, so just like working with numbers, only with letters. It can be a little tricky. Okay, where this can be helpful is maybe we have a formula like the interest. Okay, the interest formula is I is equal to PRT. We can solve the formula for t. All right, so looking at this, we'll get to letter B in a second. We need to get t by itself. Well, since it's being multiplied by p and r, we can divide by p and r. So imagine dividing by pr, and that is the answer. So interest over the principal times rate is equal to time. Then we can do something like letter B here. Use the rewritten formula to find the time. So now we can find time instead of interest. It takes to earn 100 in interest. So that 100 just goes in for the I. The 1,000 is our principal, or our P, and our rate, 5.0, remembering from the other day, that's 0.05. So we're basically substituting in our $100 for interest, our $1,000 for the principal, and 0.05 for the rate. So time is equal to I over P times R. They just rewrite the formula. Substituting everything in, 100, 1,000, 0.05. Now, when you go to solve this, I'm going to do this over here. Put that entire denominator in parentheses. So notice how I do it in the calculator. 100 divided by parentheses 1,000 times 0.05. Notice in the calculator, parentheses in that denominator. That will get you 2. So it's going to take 2 years to earn $100 in the interest. Okay, please let's take a notice at these checkpoints, okay? Write the equation in function form. So again, write the equation in y equals form. So for number 1, you need to get y by itself. We just need to subtract the 2x over. Simply put, y is equal to negative 2x plus 5. That's the answer. Y is all by itself. For number 2, we need to get y by itself. So subtract the 3. It's going to go from its buddy, the like term. So 3y is equal to 6 minus 6x. Then we have to divide everything by that 3. So we have 2 steps with that one. Y is equal to 2 minus 2x. And there's our answer for that one. Checkpoints with solving literal equations. Solving for b. So we need to get the b by itself. Always subtract or add first. So subtract the a away. So by is equal to c minus a. The number out front means we need to divide by that. And you could write this in one of 2 ways. You can write it as y is equal to c over b minus a over b. That's fine. Or just c minus a over b is fine as well. Example 3, solve the equation for p. So we start out, I is equal to PRT. This time solving for P, which means we divide by RT. So interest over the rate times time is equal to the principal. That's the formula we'll use. Now, find the investment. If I is 400, R is 0.04, because 4%, and T is 4. Just put that in your calculator, 400 divided by 0.04 times 4, and we get 2,500, okay? Last lesson of this unit, guys, a little tricky stuff, so homework is going to be essential. Check out the answer keys, do your best, ask if you have questions, but great job, guys.